representing the parents. First of all, the two presenters have talked about health and CBR and the challenges that are there. But I think all this happens just because we lack knowledge. The doctors look at you when you produce that child. The community looks at you or at times runs away from you. The husband, if he's not strong enough, will take off. So you have nobody to turn to. This is just because none of us has enough knowledge about spina bifida and hydrocephalus. As I look at this, how do I provide good care of spina bifida and hydrocephalus to a hydrocephalus child? First of all, it is me who is going to bring out this child. I should need some knowledge first of all. If the baby is in me, how has it behaved? Fun enough, I had that baby in me, but at 2 months, I managed to realize that there was something wrong with me. After I had carried the first pregnancy, this one behaved differently. So I went to my doctor and told him something is wrong. But I didn't know what to ask for. I told him, can you give me hormones so that this child develops faster? And indeed he gave me. So I don't know whether it worked or not. To me, I asked for it, but others carry the child until the child is out of the womb. And when this child comes out, the first thing you do is to have knowledge about the disease. How do you handle this child who has come out with a sac on the back? First of all, the medical personnel will cause an alarm. They will fear you. They will not come near. And those who will come near will just come to open to see what is there. So in that case, you'll be intimidated by the medical personnel. You as a parent, what do you do? This is your child. Are you going to run out from it? Take care, love the child, and be strong enough to do away with that stigma from the start. So you must have knowledge about how the disease comes about before you are able to handle the complications of that disease. You must know the probable progress of the complications of the disease. So if the child is out now, you have it there. What will happen next? If you delay, the child will get infections. If you handle that child with poor hygiene, the child may pass away. So you must have knowledge about how to handle the child in terms of hygiene and in terms of holding that baby. You may hold and again touch the affected area with your free hands, which are even better. Learn how to hold this baby with care. Learn what to use on this child who has an open wound. And you must know where you are going to take the child for medical rehabilitation care. In case you produce this child in a place where they cannot operate this child, where do you go? You must have knowledge about that. After producing a child, I have to take this child to such and such a center for rehabilitation. Because you may produce in a general anything and nobody could tell me the information where to take the child. So you as parents, go back and teach other parents what to do. Display the information everywhere where people can get it. How do I handle the child in terms of proper hygiene? Do you know that a child with spina bifida in most cases is passing out stool 24 hours? You take the child to bathe, the water is spoiled. You change the pampers, immediately that one is spoiled. You change the sheet, immediately it is spoiled. What do? As a parent, you have to devise a means of handling that. I learned it afterwards that I had to bathe this baby, covering the lower part and bathing the upper part first. Then I opened the lower part after bathing the upper part. But that one teased me for some time until I knew what to do myself. I could undress the whole baby, bathe it, but as you bathe, the water becomes dirty. So I had to find a way of keeping this water clean. That is how I thought of covering the lower parts. I bathe the upper part, and afterwards I open the lower part and also bathe it. But many parents are producing children and don't know what to do. What is the community perception about my child's condition, and how do I go about this stigma? That is the most important part. The community where you go, the doctor doesn't know. The people near you don't know. Where you are going, even in the community, people are running away from you just because they lack information. You as a parent to this child, you are not going to throw away that child. You are not going to hide that child, because I know some of the people in the villages, not you here, are hiding their children very far from you. That is why we are discovering now that children are hidden there. We have now discovered a 14 boy still with a sack on the back and has not been operated, just because the parent did not know what to do, and even the community did not know how to advise this parent. And one time that parent made a party and people did not attend that party just because the boy was always passing up. He said, who can eat that food? But if you had educated the community, I think they would sympathize with this parent and they would come near. They are telling me I'm out of time. So my last part says we should come together to form groups. These stronger groups will help us to educate even the medical personnel about the condition. Those groups will inform the community around. Those very groups are going to help the CBRs to give their services, and then they will educate the leaders of the country to cater, because somewhere it was mentioned that they put laws, but they are not implemented. So if we remind them, they will implement the good laws they put, so that everything goes on.